Hello, everyone. Do you believe in magic? How about Christmas magic? So, today we're going to go and talk about magic, Christmas miracles. Um, why this is the time of year where it's so important to count our blessings. So, if you guys are just jumping on, there's a link above that says Stream Me Up for Facebook. So, you can click on that and then come on back. That way I can see who's here and who's commenting. Now, do you guys believe in magic? Do you believe in Christmas magic? If you do, put in the comments. Yes, no, not really. um, Christmas is an amazing time of year, even though it's, we have a lot of things to do. Some of us are pretty stressed out. We have a lot of worry, but that's not really what Christmas is all about, is it? No, not at all, right? Welcome, guys. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you do. And let me know what you want for Christmas. Tell me what you want for Christmas. What is one thing that you would love to have for Christmas this year? Maybe this is Carrie. Hi, Carrie. I think you believe in Christmas magic. You never know what's going to happen, right? Yeah. And so today we're going to figure out how we are going to manifest some more Christmas magic. Okay. Christmas magic, it is just a feeling, it's the experiences, it's the traditions that are associated with Christmas or even the holidays. I mean, some people may not even celebrate Christmas, right? They may do Hanukkah. They may not even do anything at all, right? I know I have people in here all over the world. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys celebrate? Do you celebrate Hanukkah? Do you celebrate Christmas? How do you celebrate the holidays? Okay. And next week, if you haven't noticed, I'm everywhere. I'm doing a holiday happiness challenge. So if you guys are registered, great. If you're not, put hashtag Frosty in the comments, because we're going to talk about Frosty the Snowman. We're going to talk about Ebenezer Scrooge, and we're going to talk about Santa Claus, right, next week. And why is that related to holiday happiness, right? So put hashtag Frosty in the comments if you're not registered. Okay. So Christmas magic is all about joy and happiness. Kids make Christmas. And, when my kids were little, I used to stay up most of the night and wait for them, because I used to be able to hear them come in, and they'd be whispering, and they'd be all excited about see what Santa brought them under the tree. And, they didn't care what was under there. They were just so excited about, wondering what was in there, that excitement of the holidays. And, the idea of Santa Claus and the reindeer and the magic of gift giving. Sorry, guys, been talking all day. It's just a feeling of excitement and awe, right? And the generosity and the giving. People give so much this time of year. And so let me ask you this. Have you ever given somebody something? How did that make you feel? Okay, put in the comments. How did that make you feel? Did your heart just flutter? Did you just feel like you're, in Cuba, we celebrated a lot of food. Oh, exactly. Yeah, we do that too. We have our Christmas holiday meals. And with my family, we go to each house and eat all through the holidays. So my sisters and my mom and I, we all take turns and go around and eat. And it's amazing feeling, and we cook a lot. No presents, no. Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool too. But your presence doesn't have to be physical presence, right? It could be you. It could be being with your family, right? It could be just having that meal and talking, right? Yeah, that's an amazing present, right? Um, yeah. So how did that make you feel when you gave somebody something just out of the blue without ever thinking of having anything back? You know, doesn't it feel amazing? You know, doesn't it feel like you're on top of the world? And just being able to make them feel like they're wanted or they're needed or they're not alone, right? It's an amazing feeling to be able to do that. Now, have you ever had someone give you something and you're like, oh, no, I don't need that. Thanks. How do you think that made them feel? It's not very good, does it? You know, have you guys ever had that happen? You give somebody something, it's like, no, I don't want that. Doesn't feel very good, right? You're just like, oh, well, the hell with that. I'll just throw it in the garbage, right? Right? And I'll never give out anything ever again. But when you are receiving, you know, that, oh, what is it? You have to give to receive, right? Have you ever heard that before? Yeah, so when you are receiving, you are giving that person that gift of that feeling of joy and happiness too, right? So when someone is giving you something, just take it, say thank you. You're amazing. Merry Christmas. You know, give them a hug, right? And give them that feeling of joy too. Okay? Um, family togetherness, right? Like we said, family togetherness. We always try to get together with my siblings, you know, my sisters and my mom, my parents, and all of the nieces and nephews. You know, our family is growing and growing, right? Yeah, exactly. And just being together with them, you know, and being with friends and just being together with people. It's just, you know, sharing a meal and talking and laughing and taking pictures and tormenting the brother-in-laws, right? Yeah, so that's what we do, right? And it's fun and it's memories that we're going to remember forever, right? And you know, sometimes we don't even get to see anybody else at those times, do we? No. And it's a great time to get caught up on things, right? Um, and traditions. Do you guys have any family Christmas traditions? If you do, put them in the comments. What traditions do you guys have over the holidays? Um, my I do a lot of baking during Christmas. You know, there's cookies, there's pies, there's squares, there's you name it. There's breads, everything you could possibly think of. Baking it, and what I do is I give it away. No, I just do little tiny little gift care packages and I give it away to people, you know, and even for my kids, right? I do entrees and things like that. So they can just put it in the freezer when they had a long day and they don't have time to cook, they just put it in the oven, right? It's already done. So I do a lot of cooking and baking over the holidays. I love to decorate, but I love decorating the old-fashioned way, and with as much with as much nature as I possibly can. When I was working there the other day before we got hit by the snowstorm, um, I was there was a little trail there, and I was walking around. And I'm kind of looking for some pine cones, the big ones, and I was like, well, I probably won't find them here. But then underneath this tree, there was a whole bunch of them. So I went and I got a few just to put around for decorations and stuff. So do you guys do that too? What type of decorations do you like? Do you like anything flashing? Lots of lights? You know, I've been driving around this time of year and people, their houses are beautiful. You know, they're all lit up with lights. They have these blow up characters in their yards. You know, there's a couple places that I drive by and I'm just in awe of all the things that are on there, right? Yeah, people love Christmas, right? They just love it. Now, do you guys believe in miracles? Yeah, I know. The Christmas lights are amazing. And I like to go down to the city here one of these days and drive around. I think that would be kind of cool to watch them all. Yeah. So the belief in miracles. Anything happens here at Christmas time. One time, um, Donnie, my husband, he's disabled, and he didn't have any money coming in, and I was working at minimum wage, and we had 3 kids, all in school. They were all little kids, all in elementary school, and things were tight. And I don't even know how I did it. I really don't. But and I didn't know how I was going to do Christmas. I was to the point where I was just going to tell the kids Santa wasn't coming. And it broke my heart. And then about a week before Christmas, the kids' schools, every year they sponsor a family. And that year, I was that family. And that's what they did, right? And it was a miracle for us because I had Christmas for the kids, right? So now look at that, I'm still teary-eyed. Yeah, so there is miracles out there, right? So, and that's what I want to do. I would love to help people with their Christmas, right? Yeah. And that's just the acts of kindness, you know. And I mean, although you can do it all year long, there's ways you can do that, especially at Christmas time. You see people, there's a lot of homeless people here now, right? And we have tent communities now because people just don't have a place to live, and just being able to, I know a lot of people go down there and they donate things to them because they're in need. They're cold. People are giving them places to live. They're giving them food, and that act of kindness is just, it's amazing for them to be able to do that, right? Yeah. I know it's sad to see them do that, right? And I know what that's like, right? Not being able to have a roof over your head, not being able to find out where your next meal is coming from, So really, we're very lucky that we have what we have, right? Yeah. So if you guys want the replay for this, even with me bawling my eyes out, we'll hashtag replay in the comments. Okay. So do you guys have a story like that where you experienced or had a Christmas miracle? Yeah. So what does this have to do with trauma and happiness? Well, counting our blessings. Many of them are working regular jobs too. Well, exactly. Yeah. We always have that. I have people, I have a job during the day, and, people are always happy to see me because they could talk to me. I listen to them, and sometimes we crack a joke, I have little old ladies telling me dirty jokes. And, and they love that, and I think they probably just do that to kind of trick me up. And I pretend that I do, but, exactly. And I was like, what? Oh my God, right? And then, or else I'll burst out laughing, right? And so, and they love that. They do. They love that. So, yeah. So, counting our blessings, is a part of our Christmas magic, right? And do you know why it's so important to count our blessings? Because it's about showing gratitude and being grateful for what we have is going to bring on more blessings and more things that we want in our life, right? And so we're going to go through some things to help you bring in these blessings even faster. Okay. and even bigger, right? So the more blessings we have, the more we can bless everyone else too, right? Exactly. I have a lot of things that I want to do in my life, and a lot of things that I want to contribute, and I'm working on doing those. Right. So, yeah. So if you guys have anything like that, put in the comments what you have, what miracles you have, and do you guys count your blessings? Are you grateful for everything that you have? I was talking to one of my clients, and she goes, I don't know. She said, just kind of stuck, She said, I'm being grateful. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. She goes, but the things that I want, the things that I want to come into my life just aren't coming in. She goes, why? Why aren't I? And I said, well, sometimes you have that little tiny niggling doubt in the back of your mind, don't you? She's like, well, no, not really. And I was like, okay, when you count your blessings, and if you say, okay, I want to manifest this, what does your ego tell you? She goes, well, no. My ego says, no, you can't have that. I said, exactly. And this is why you're not getting it, right? Yeah. So you can't have that. You can't have any resistance when you are counting your blessings and you want to manifest amazing things into your life, right? So practice gratitude. Every little thing, it doesn't matter what it is, roof over your head, food in your tummy, your family, your friends, your money, your job, every payday. Say thank you. When I received my power bill, it's like, thank you for the power that I received, right? Because without it, I'd be cold, right? Yeah. Visualize what you want. Visualize these blessings that you want to have or do, okay? And visualize it so that it's already done, okay? The things that I want to do for charity, I have them in my mind, and I visualize them already in fruition, okay? So, and then they'll come back faster, okay? So, because if you're just thinking, oh, well, someday, right? The universe is like, oh, it's way out here. Someday is way out here. So it's like, well, when does she want it? Right? But if you already believe that you're already doing it, the universe is like, okay, she wants it now. Here she goes, right? Yeah, so that is an amazing part of manifesting and counting your blessings and showing gratitude, right? Affirmations are amazing to to bring in your desired results. Okay. And one of the groups, somebody says, if you're a coach, what is the one thing that you tell people? And of course, me being me, I say F the things you can't control. And some people just kind of read over it, but there's one moment she goes, I like that. Because if you can't control these things, it's not a part of you, and it's just going to wear you down, right? Carrie, you know what I'm like, right? Yeah. So, and you have to set clear intentions of what you want and what you want to be grateful for. Okay. If you're saying, oh, well, I'm grateful for this cup of coffee, but you really want a pot, right? Or, I want to have, say, okay, I want $1,000 by tomorrow. And then I turn around and it's like, oh, okay, no, I want 10,000. Or, oh, well, maybe just $5, right? The universe is going to think, well, what the heck do you want? Do you want the 1,000? Do you want the 10,000? Do you want the $5? Like, well, what is it that you want? Because if you don't know, you're going to get the $5, even though you want the 10,000, right? It's just like a kid in a candy store, right? So it's like way too many decisions, right? And you're like, oh, I want this. Oh, I want this. Oh, okay. Can I have this? It's not going to work that way, right? So say if you had you take a child and you tell them before you even get into the candy store, okay, what is it that we're looking for? What is it that you want? Do you want hard candy? Do you want soft candy? Do you want fudge? Do you want chocolate? Do you want this? Do you want that? Narrow it down, be as descriptive as you possibly can, right? So when that kid goes in there and he sees all this other candy, he is just totally focused on that chocolate bar or that chocolate patty that he wants, right? Yeah. He doesn't care about anything else. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe next time I'll get that. But right now I want this chocolate thing. So when you are set clear intentions on what you want, the universe is going to give it to you a lot faster. Okay. And you have to be singularly focused on that. Okay. Yeah. Surround yourself with positivity. Get rid of anything that is toxic, anything that is negative. The news here lately has been terrible, with all the fighting going on, and, and everyone's mental health is going down the toilet. And people are, even therapists are burned out because of all the mental health issues out there, right? And it's not helping anybody, So stay as positive as you possibly can, watch amazing movies on TV that make you laugh, or, this month has been the Hallmark Christmas movies, right? So I've been watching a lot of those, and I'm all teary-eyed, right? But yeah, so it just fills us up with love and joy and happiness, right? So also take action towards those. Okay, so if I wanted $1,000 by tomorrow, or $10,000 by tomorrow or next week or whatever, I have to work towards that, right? I have to make it somehow, right? So yeah, so either get a job, start talking to people, Exactly. A lot of YouTube has a lot of stuff on there. I listen to a lot of meditations. Watch a lot of funny videos too. Yeah. Helping the homeless it's amazing too, right? And I've always wanted to. There's so many houses that are empty. There's so many buildings out there with nobody in them. There's churches out there. People shouldn't have to be out in the cold. They shouldn't, really. Of course, release that resistance of bringing that in. If you want that thing, that you want to be grateful for whatever it is that you have or you want, don't let your ego say, no, you can't have that. Or that's too much money. Or no, if I had that, I'm not going to be happy, right? Yeah, release that, because that's blocking it, right? It's blocking those blessings that you want, right? And that's what I teach my clients, right? So if you guys want to know more about that, put #call in the comments. And if you have these blocks and you don't know where they're coming from, I can tell you in 10 minutes. So put #call in the comments, and then I can tell you in 10 minutes what your blocks are, okay? Yeah, be mindful. Be aware of our surroundings, don't have your blinders on. Although you're singularly focused on what you want, be aware of the signs. I can never say that word. Right? Yeah, so watch for those signs. Be aware. Listen to your intuition. A lot of my clients, they second guess their intuition. And sometimes, their intuition is blocked off. And they don't even know what's going on or how to get it back, right? But as they come and they start growing and learning and releasing everything that is holding them back and holding them, their intuition is on point, right? Carrie here was telling me there a little bit ago when she was mowing her lawn, right? Something told her about a lighter, and it was like a lighter. She goes, how in the world would I have a lighter on the yard? Like, I don't know where that would come from. She said, I didn't see no lighter there. And then when she turned around to mow the next strip on her or lawn, there was a lighter there. And if her intuition didn't tell her, there's a lighter there, be careful, she wouldn't even have seen it, right? And she probably would have mowed right over it and probably caught something on fire. Who knows, right? So it was crazy cool. And I bet your intuition has even gone bigger than that now. Yeah, I have so many cool things like that happen, right? Yeah, it's you kind of wonder where they come from, right? And you're like, oh no, that's not right. Right? But yeah, when your intuition is on point and when you don't have that resistance anymore, and you are free from whatever is holding you back, right? I mean, you might not even know what these fears come from, right? I have a client. She was petrified of going over a bridge. Did not know why. She was like that ever since she was born, right? And she always had this feeling of drowning, and she didn't know why. So when she come and I was working with her, we found out that in a past life, when there was a bunch of kids, what I saw was a bunch of kids on the bridge, and they were playing, and somebody pushed her off the bridge, and she drowned. And this is why in this life, she was petrified of, bridges. But now she's not, right? Like, she's totally grateful that she doesn't have to drive an hour out of her way just to not cross a bridge, right? Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So you guys want the replays for this? Put #replay in the comments. Give me a call. Okay, if you have blocks, you have resistance, you don't know how to count your blessings. You don't know what blessings that you could have or want, right? Put #call in the comments and I can tell you in 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, what your blocks are, right? And next week, from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which is the 11th, 12th, and the 13th, we are having a happiness holiday challenge. And we are going to have 3 whole days, or not whole days, but it's going to be about half an hour. It's going to be at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is 7 o'clock our time, which is Atlantic Standard Time. And it's about half an hour or so every day. And we are going to talk about Frosty the Snowman. We're going to talk about Ebenezer Scrooge. And we're going to talk about Santa Claus. So if you're not registered, put #Frosty in the comments, and my team and I will get back to you, and we will get you registered for that because you're going to need your workbook, right? So, so get at it. It's going to be so much fun. Bring a drink, whether it's eggnog, wine, beer, coffee, tea, whatever you want to bring. Bring a refreshment, and then tell me what you drink. Right? Tell me what you're going to be drinking. So have a great night. I will see you guys all on Monday, on the 11th at the same time at 7 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, which is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those of you that aren't here. And we'll be here on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And so get your workbook, okay? And have a great night, and I'll see you guys all on Monday.